get some things going on down here. And yeah, I have to, you can only set, okay, look, just so you know, you can only set these things when you start your video. If I could set them in advance, I totally would. But the thing is, I haven't done a live stream lately. I don't even have my glasses here that I might want to look through so I can read what's, well, maybe there's some over here. But yeah, I haven't done one of these for a while. In fact, I noticed I've done exactly 2 of them in the past 10 days, I think. So I did do a different other video today that was, oh, I'm going to have to prop this up so I can clean my glasses. But yeah, I went outside when Jason was going to work today. I went outside and I looked down on one of these, I think it's a hosta, and I saw this little thing that was practically like a thread, but it was moving. And I found out through looking around online that it is called a horsehair worm. And we had really heavy rain this morning, so I think that's what brought the horsehair worms up out of the ground. So yeah, horsehair worm. And it was kind of interesting. And actually I don't know that I've ever seen one before, and maybe they're usually down in the ground or lower to the ground or whatever, but horsehair worm, found one, saw one, took a video of one, found out I think they might be related to or some type of nematode type worm, and maybe they're parasites. I don't know. I didn't touch it, although I probably would, because, oh, Russia says hello. Hello, Russia. I'm just talking about this thing that I saw earlier today, which was a worm that I've never seen before called a horsehair worm. So anyway, yeah, I haven't really been making lives. I certainly have been making a lot of videos though, but just the lives, I don't know, they've been a little bit less than satisfying lately. I'm not sure why, but they're just kind of a little bit. Oh, Abby said hello and Peely said hello. Hello, Russia, Abby, and Peely. And anyway, it's so it oh, haven't seen your live streams a year. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. The thing is about shorts and stuff and making short videos is that it's just the shortest, dumbest things that seem to be popular. No offense, but like I can spend a lot of time on a video and make it and edit it and do all these things to it, and it doesn't get a fraction of the views. Some thing I just, like there was a rabbit, a small rabbit in the driveway. I'm probably going to put that one up too. And it's probably going to take over the world. You should turn on donations. Yeah, I don't think I can get donations, but thank you for at least suggesting that. Yeah, just FYI, just for everyone's benefit, in case you're curious, I don't make money from this. I just do it for fun. And it is fun. It's fun to make videos. I don't know how many of you make your own. Where are you from? I'm from the US. I'm in a small town in Pennsylvania. And hello, DX. But yeah, so it's just funny that making videos doesn't seem to be at all related to, oh, you live in Pennsylvania also. Nice. Well, I'm about 50 miles from Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm on the western side of the state. But yeah, making videos and then just trying to, like, okay, here's the thing too, that I think people that make videos to try to get views eventually are only making videos to get views and not necessarily making videos for things that they like or that they're interested in. What's your favorite sport? Well, I'm not a big sports fan, although I did go to a girls lacrosse, high school lacrosse game not that long ago, and that was the first lacrosse game that I was ever at. It was a pretty good sport. I liked it, and a couple of the girls I knew because they work at the coffee shop that I go to. So I'm going to say girls high school lacrosse is my favorite because only because that's the last sporting event that I've been to. How about you, Dee? What's your favorite sport? Oh, you're from Australia. Hey, I want to ask you something. Do you mind if I ask you something about about Australia? It's about I have to use a bad word, but you don't mind if I ask? Is it common in Australia to call someone a cunt? Because is it just like, hey, cunt? Is that just a normal thing or is that an okay thing? Does it sound, because see, here, calling someone that, using that word sounds really bad. But for some reason, I have the impression it doesn't sound as bad if you're Australian. Yes, all the time, and no, it's not okay. So people do it, but it's still pretty rude to say it. Uh-oh, did I go too far? So, this was strictly for educational purposes, okay? I didn't mean to bring up some bad words. I think cussing for them is just not as frowned upon. Well, you know, there are plenty of people that swear here and all the time. That's all they say. But that particular word, really doesn't come up a lot. But I know other places, maybe in the UK, maybe in Australia, you hear it more. Well, anyone is free to subscribe if they want to. Yeah. But anyway, I, in my normal life, in my normal day to day conversations, I wouldn't say that I swear much or use certain words, but if I want to, or I feel the need, I can do it. But I really don't. I think I probably, and it's the people that I spend time with and stuff. I have a bunch of friends for Aussies, and they all cuss a lot. Same for my English friends. Well, anyway, I don't mind hearing swearing. Sometimes it actually seems pretty funny to me, but I don't personally indulge, although I can. Can I be your friend? Well, of course, anyone this can be my friend. What's my favorite tea? Well, right now, my very favorite tea is I have some Chinese tea called jasmine pearls. So they're rolled into little balls about this big, and they have jasmine flowers in them, and it's a green tea. So I would say green Chinese tea. No offense, but what gender do you like? Oh, well, I'm married to a man, so I guess the male gender would be the one that I like. It's not like boba, it's more like dried tea, and it's like dried tea. It's I could probably, I might not be able to find it, but I have this nice tea thermos that I make it in, and I put the pearls in, I put boiling water in, and then they open up and kind of uncurl. It's very good. Yeah, I've now boba tea is like sweet boba tea, and I have had that before too, although that's not something I get much. How old are you, bro? This bro is 68. 68. Born in 1957 during the Eisenhower years. So that's how old I am. And I don't, it sounds so old. I feel like I'm saying, oh, Lincoln was president or something. But yes, I'm 68. I just turned 68. And what advice would you give to a 30-year-old? I don't know that I'm well qualified to give advice, but I would say enjoy being 30 years old. Try different things. Try to be open to things. Try to be open to other people. Try not to be too sure that you know everything. That's my advice. Be curious about things. Yeah, well, thank you. My advice to everybody is to just be open to things, be open to ideas, be open to other people, and so many times I think there are things that people get into that divide them from other people, and I think it's good to find things that you have in common, like humanity with other people. So, yeah. But I mean, also at the same time, you have to develop a sense of who's a trustworthy person and who's not, and who's someone that's, well, that has good, is going to, I mean, there are people that are up to no good. Let's be honest. I don't run into them very much, but they exist. And, because I am older, I mean, I think I have a pretty good idea, a pretty good way of assessing what people are up to, which is most of the time, almost all the time, is nothing but just something good, just being friendly. Bung Pate, how did you know your husband was the one? Well, we met on a phone app, and our anniversary is coming up in a week, and we're going to have been married for 11 years. But when I met him, I didn't really know. I mean, I met, and we got to know each other. Nothing happened very fast. It was very kind of, it just developed over time. No one, nothing, there was no hurry. And it just worked out beautifully and perfectly. But I wouldn't say that I knew right away. I knew that I liked him right away. And I knew that I thought he was a really, really good person. But yeah, so I guess how did I know my husband was the one? Well, it's not like I had lots, it's not like I had hordes of other people that wanted to date me or marry me. So it worked out good though. Do you like fishing? I do not like fishing that much, but I did fish when I was younger. And I was just down at the lake a few days ago, and I watched this boy who was fishing there catch a giant bowfin, and then he had to try to get the hook out of its mouth without having it bite his fingers. And then when he did get it off, it fell in the lake where he was standing, and it bit him on the leg. So it was crazy. But I also just recently found out that bowfin, during breeding season, they have a color change, and the males, which are dark, get a green like underbelly part. So I'm kind of looking to see that. And do you know King Vaughn? I don't. I don't know who King Vaughn is. Maybe you could. Maybe you could let me know. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So it's been nice here. We've had some warmer weather. Finally, it's been nice. Who is King Vaughn? Does anyone want to tell? Well, you know what? I have my computer here. I suppose I could look it up. King Vaughn. I hope this isn't something gruesome. He's like you. He's like me. Okay. Is he a YouTuber? King Vaughn. I've heard of Theo Vaughn. King Vaughn? Yeah, I can. It's like looking in the mirror. I'm looking at a picture of him now. Yeah, it's hard to tell us apart. Oh, he's kind and caring. Well, good. Davon Daquan Bennett, who went by the stage name King Vaughn, was a Chicago rapper and prominent figure in drill music. Well, but he died at age 26. Well, that's awful. Well, I'm glad you think I'm kind and caring. But yeah, wow. That's kind of sad. King Vaughn. An American rapper and gangster from Chicago. Wait a minute. He was, well, I have my moments, but I don't think of myself as a gangster. I'm reading about him here. He was fatally shot in Atlanta at the age of 26. Oh, well, interesting. I don't, you know, whatever. It's nice to be compared to someone that you think is kind. But he said he never hurt anyone and he was a good man. Okay, well, now I've learned something new. I had not heard of him. And, just given my age and my situation, I honestly don't listen to a lot of rap music. Not against it, but I just don't hear it very much. So, well, I think things might be dwindling here a little bit, so I think I might wrap it up. Tyson Cloud. Anyway, thank you for showing up, for especially people that were asking questions and kind of giving me something to talk about. That's really nice. You don't know the song Took Her to the it's not rap, it's country music. That's actually another type of music I'm not super up on. So, but anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I'll give you a little look out the window here. It was rainy today. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. And thanks a lot. Have a good day.